Okay, back to this plan set. So after the general notes, we have the summary of approximate quantities, and I'm going to highlight the word approximate. These are estimates. These are where we think the items are going to be at on the project. So stepping back a little bit, CDOT pays for our work based on line items. So typically, unless we're outside of design build's a little bit different, but if you're outside of the design build world, then we pay for things based on line items. So it's a specific scope of work, let's say removal of a head wall or a structure excavation, that we pay based on a specific unit defined here. CY translate to cubic yards, hour, linear feet, so on and so forth. That's how we're paying for that item. Each item has a code, which is outlined in our CDOT item code book. So we're defining all the pieces of the whole work, the whole scope of work, and breaking it all down into specific unit prices and specific line items. Now when we go over on this side of this table, it's project total. This is what the contractor is going to bid on, is just these project totals. Now, because of our funding situation is complicated, we most of the time have to divide up the items into different types of funding sources. So for instance, this one, we have a general roadway category. And then for each bridge, we need to divide it out as to how much money we're spending on each bridge in order to use our bridge funding. So that's why we have to outline it this way in this table, so that when we're processing our payments, the inspector has to record and say, oh, with regard to removal of asphalt mat special, I'm on this structure here, so I'm paying it to this category here. So then that comes out of that pot of money. So just be aware that this is more internal purpose so that we know how to pay everything correctly and it gets charged to the right category. This is what the contractor really looks at over here is the totals. Any questions or with regard to the summary of approximate quantities? Okay, Eric, anything else you want to add?
No, that was great.
Cool.
That was fantastic.
Oh, and then one thing to add, at the end of our contracts, we have these force account items. Force account is not biddable. And what it is it's a specific pool of money that we put aside, saying that we anticipate, they might spend additional money on, let's say, for example, communication lines, but we don't really know what that scope is going to be. So we put, let's say $5,000 aside for that. We could either pay for it on a force account basis, which is labor, equipment, materials, and we do the whole Form 10 process in certified billings in order to do that. Or we could do a change order and we can reconcile against your force account on your overs and unders report to make sure that that budget is being kind of allocated towards new items to the contract. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility with regard to these force account items. Some of them are like fuel cost adjustment, which really depend on if the contractor elects to utilize a fuel cost adjustment or not.